All right, welcome. Today, we're going to unlock the secret to sailing your ILCA faster and, just as importantly, with more control, especially when the wind really starts to pipe up. We're going to zero in on one of the most powerful, but honestly, often misunderstood controls on your boat. So, let's dive right in. You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. The wind is howling, the boat is heeling like crazy, and it feels like you're just fighting to keep the thing flat. That feeling of being totally overpowered, it's a classic challenge for every single ILCA sealer. So the big question is, what can you actually do about it? Well, while we can't just turn down the wind, wouldn't that be nice? We absolutely can control how our sail uses that wind. Think of it like a toolkit you have right there with you in the boat, specifically designed to help you adapt to whatever the conditions throw at you. On your ILCA, you got 4 main tools in that toolkit, 4 primary trim lines you can adjust on the fly. You have your sheet, of course, your Vang, your Outhaul, and the one we're really focusing on today, the Cunningham. Each one of these changes the depth and the shape of your sail, letting you either power up or, more importantly, power down when you need to. Now look, all 4 of these controls are totally essential for getting a perfect sail setup. But today, we're doing a real deep dive on the Cunningham. And why is that? Because when the breeze is on, it might just be the single most important line for keeping your boat under control and, believe it or not, moving even faster. So, what even is the Cunningham? Well, put simply, it's a line that adds tension to the front edge of the sail right along the mast. Its main job is to change the sail's overall shape. But as you're about to see where it changes that shape, well, that's the real secret to its power. So let's get into the mechanics here. It seems so simple, right? You just pull on one little line. But what happens next is this brilliant chain reaction that totally transforms what your sail is doing. This breaks down the physics perfectly. So when you pull on the Cunningham, you're literally yanking sail fabric down and towards the mast, and this simple action kicks off a chain reaction. First, it moves the deepest part of the sail, what sailors call the draft. It pulls it forward. And second, because that fabric has to go somewhere, the middle and back sections of the sail just naturally flatten out. But here is the really crucial part. That flattening effect, it doesn't happen evenly all over the sail. Nope, the Cunningham has the most influence on one very specific and very, very important area. That's it. The biggest impact, the most bang for your buck, is at the very top of the sail. And you have to remember, when you're sailing, the top of that mast is like a giant lever. Any wind pushing up there has a huge effect on heeling the boat over. And here's the key takeaway, the aha moment. The source material puts it perfectly. Flattening the top of the sail means less power where the wind has the most leverage. Just think about that for a second. You are strategically taking power out of the exact part of the sail that wants to tip you over the most. It's an absolute game changer. So let's just compare it side by side. With a loose Cunningham, you've got a deep, powerful sail, and that's fantastic in light winds. But in heavy air, it creates a ton of heeling force. Now, pull on that Cunningham, and what happens? You get a flatter, less powerful sail shape, which immediately means less heel and way more control. And what's the ultimate result of all this? What's the payoff? You stop fighting the boat. You can sail it flatter, which makes the hull so much more efficient as it moves through the water. And this doesn't just make the boat easier and more fun to handle, it actually makes you faster. But of course, no single control is a silver bullet. It doesn't work in a vacuum. To really truly master your boat speed, you need to see the Cunningham as one crucial piece of a finely tuned system. Yeah, to get the absolute maximum result, you've got to adjust all 4 of those controls, the Cunningham, Vang, sheet, and Outhaul together, as a team. They all interact with each other to create the perfect sail shape for whatever wind and waves you're dealing with. For example, a really tight Cunningham is almost always paired with a tight Vang to really open up the back edge of the sail and depower effectively in a big puff. So there you have it. That's the theory behind one of the most effective controls on your ILCA. The next time you're out there on the water and the breeze starts to build, start playing with that Cunningham. Just pull it on and literally feel how the boat flattens out and becomes easier to manage. The only real question left is, are you ready to go feel that difference for yourself?